Hi guys, hope everybody is keeping safe and sane through this ongoing lockdown. In today's video, we'll be talking about fire hazards in our cars and how we can best safeguard ourselves against them.
Marvelous. Artificial intelligence skin.
Okay, now let's face it, in our cars there are many things that can potentially catch fire. Fuel, the various fluids, the battery, the wiring, the upholstery of your interior, your carpeting. And we haven't counted things that we bring on board our cars, our mobile phones, and an absolute necessity of our times, our hand sanitizers. But of course, to put your mind at ease, modern cars are built with multiple safeguards that minimize the risk of them spontaneously catching fire. But it doesn't mean it won't happen. And it is worth remembering that if you neglect the maintenance of your car, or if you perform shoddy modifications, you run the risk of nullifying these very safeguards that were designed to protect you in the first place. Now, electrical faults are a major cause of in-car fires, and the root cause can always be traced to either worn wiring, improperly installed accessories that end up drawing more power than the car's electrical system can handle. In the case of certain imported cars, it could be also due to the fact that the wiring system was not properly acclimatized for tropical climate. And one other less obvious cause could be, well, your car's been lying stationary too long, rats go in, make nests, and chew your wiring. Now, leaking fuel lines is another area of concern when it comes to car fires. Even though petrol and diesel don't actually combust that easily in their liquid state, and most modern cars actually have auto cut off of the fuel system in the event of an accident to reduce the risk of them suddenly going up in flames. So you see all those Hollywood scenes of the car suddenly exploding after a crash, not that likely to happen in real life. But if you have a leaking fuel line, fuel can seep through those leaks in vapor form, and this vapor can be easily ignited by a spark and start a fire. And besides fuel, the other fluids that run in the car, your brake fluid, your transmission fluid, your coolant, all these things, even though they are not considered as fire hazards, they are combustible to various degrees. So in conjunction with other factors, these fluids can contribute to a fire. Say for example, your brake lines. If there's a leak in the brake line, it drips fluid onto a heating exhaust manifold. Now, sometimes it is also possible that a car catches fire through no fault of its own. Even if it discount reasons like people sabo your car, set your car on fire, you can kena situations where, say, smoking, the cigarette ash drip on the carpet, or say for example, hot sunny day, you leave your alcohol-based hand sanitizer in the car or your phone in the car, these things heat up and okay, so what precautions can we take as owners to minimize the risk of fires in our cars? Firstly, from a maintenance standpoint, ensure that there are no leaks of any fuel or fluids from your car. If there are, be sure to have them rectified immediately. Check the health of your wiring system always. Ensure that your wiring is always in good condition. And if you need to install any accessories, be sure to send it to someone who does a proper job. Now, I know it's lockdown season now, but do try to use your car frequently. This is to prevent small animals from setting up nests in your car, particularly in the engine bay. Also, avoid keeping flammable items in your car. If you must carry bottles of spare fluid, ensure that the caps are properly and tightly closed to avoid fluid from spilling or leaking. And lastly, don't smoke in your car, and if you need to park under the sun, be sure not to leave your hand sanitizers or phones in there. Of course, despite our best precautions, accidents can still happen, which is why it is a good idea to always have a fire extinguisher in your car. But be aware that there are various types of fire extinguishers out there in the market, and each type are designed to put out different types of fires. Now, fire departments typically classify fires according to the source, meaning what caused the burn to start with. So there are 6 classes of fires. Class A fires are caused by solid items. In the case of a car, could be your upholstery, could be your carpet, could be your insulation foam. Class B fires are caused by flammable liquids, in which case could be fuel, it could be various fluids inside the engine bay. Class C fires are caused by flammable gas. Class D refers to metal fires, and it rarely applies to cars. Class E fires are caused by electrical systems, and Class F fires originate from the kitchen, so does not apply to cars either. Now, fire extinguishers are typically labeled according to the fire classes that they are able to extinguish. For in-car extinguishers, it is typically recommended that you look for a Class ABC extinguisher, even though one that can put out Class E fires certainly wouldn't hurt. EvoClub, in collaboration with NANEX Malaysia, we are proud to present to you our very own fire extinguisher. What we are bringing you is a highly advanced product from China, and it uses nanoparticles as its firefighting compound. So the compound is stored in a solid state, but when you trigger it, it is released as an aerosol. So there are many advantages to this design. Firstly, because it is stored in a solid state, the compound is very stable. It can be kept for a long period of time, expiry date of 5 years. It does not require a pressurized canister. So if you keep it under the sun inside your car, you don't have to worry about the thing exploding, and it does not require annual maintenance, unlike most conventional extinguishers. And best of all, the canister is lightweight and compact. It will fit in a handbag, and more importantly, it would fit inside the door bin of most modern cars. Now, the compound itself is non-toxic, and it leaves minimal residue when used, so you don't have to worry about excessive damage to your surfaces or your equipment. And lastly, it's easy to use. All you have to do is just to pull the trigger, press the button. You don't even need to point it at the flame. Just throw it inside your car, close the door, and the aerosol will just fill the whole cabin and extinguish the fire. So how much does it cost? The retail price of this extinguisher is 220 ringgit per bottle, but we are organizing a special pre-order campaign which you can order 2 bottles for 360 ringgit. All right, we are targeting for the extinguishers to arrive in August, but because of the ongoing pandemic and MCO, so it may drag on to September. But look at the bright side, the longer we stretch it, the more of you guys can come on board, order this. And after all this is over, we will even organize a live demo session where you guys can actually try out the extinguisher yourself in a live demo. Okay guys, so thank you for watching this video. Hope everybody is staying home, keeping safe, and be sure to have a fire extinguisher in your car, whether it is the EvoClub extinguisher or not. If you are interested in our extinguisher, head over to the link below and order yours today.
Drive your ambition, Mitsubishi Motors.